All right, so it's Monday night. This is May 11th. It's our second team huddle for the May Health Games. And I've been really excited. I was looking this morning at the points for everybody. And, I've been doing these challenges since last September. And it's funny, the participation rate. Sometimes somebody will sign up for the challenge and then they get distracted or life takes over and they don't really actively participate. But this one in particular, we've got an active group. Everybody's out there collecting their points. And so even if they're not posting the team wall, they're making progress, which is great. So last week we did the introductions, and this week I thought we would maybe just take a minute and talk about what we like to refer to as non-scale victories. In the diet world, it all seems to be about how much do you weigh, how many pounds do you lose, all about the number on the scale. And hopefully you're learning through this challenge that that's not what Take Shape for Life or our program is about. Really creating health is about all the daily habits of health and celebrating all the other things that we're doing well in, related to our health, or the way we're seeing our progress in terms other than just that number on the scale. Because honestly, there will be weeks, you'll feel like you're doing everything right and you might just not see movement on the scale, but there's still a lot to celebrate because maybe you were able to fit into a size pair of pants that you haven't been able to fit into before. You still lost some inches, or maybe you passed on something unhealthy at the May Mardi Gras or whatever the thing may be. The fact that you're making choices in line with your goals. So really just want to bring attention to that so we can start to focus on that and make it part of your daily mental appreciation for what you're doing for yourself. And, I had a thought yesterday. I thought I'd start and we'll just kind of open it up. But yesterday was Mother's Day, and yesterday was also my birthday. And there was a time in my life where I would have used that as an excuse to eat unhealthy all day, right? Because it's my birthday and it's Mother's Day. And thoughts kept creeping back into my head. Like when my husband said, "What do you want for breakfast?" I really wanted to say like I want pancakes. Like I really want I really wanted something, but I knew what we were having for dinner and I knew we were having cake that night. So he made a nice omelet and it was great. And I made that choice, and then in the afternoon it was like snack time. And I really, I could have mentally told myself to have something bad, and trust me, it was all going on, but I didn't, and so at the end of the day, it was all good choices. We did have birthday cake, but all in all, I felt like I could have gone down one road, but I chose the other. So that's what I celebrated about it. And I just wanted to open it up to you guys. It doesn't have to be about this weekend, but what are you seeing in yourself as far as, sorry, is everybody got an alert on their phone? So if I don't know if anybody wants to start, Debbie, maybe you can start about what the non-scale victories. An Amber alert. Sorry. Debbie, do you want to start?
I will. I made a fun discovery today. I took Nico shopping for groceries, and he saw some Cheetos and wanted them, and I was like, whatever. They're not healthy. They're kind of gross, but yeah, I remember how yummy they are. So I bought them. And we got to the car, and I gave him a couple in the car, and I thought, I used to love these. And so I popped them in my mouth and I was eating them, and I was like, why did I love these? They were gross. And that to me is a little bit of that's kind of a gift, that like when you get to eating healthier and getting the taste for what is good for you, that you don't even like the yuck, fake, gross thing, So that to me is a victory.
That's huge. Yeah, because you start to discover, and when we were in that unhealthy world, that stuff tasted good because we were just kind of messed up as far as our taste buds and our addiction and that sort of thing. And maybe even as a mom, it might make you kind of revisit what you're giving your kids too, right?
Yeah.
I always think about what it leaves on your fingers. It's like, that can't be good, that yellow stain of Cheetos. How about you, Marcy? What kind of non-scale victories are you seeing?
Well, I think going along with that, too, is that you'd usually have a carbonated drink with it or a Diet Coke or something like that and eat those potato chips and like that. And now, I don't even think of things like that anymore. I did fine yesterday, and because I knew that our dinner was planned for the day until we got to actually the dinner part. And then it was like, oh, I really want to taste this, or I want to do that. But I found that if I'd had one mouthful, that just satisfied whatever it seemed like I thought I wanted to eat. And so that was a good feeling to get through the day and not have absolutely blown it and done any binge eating on anything. That wasn't good. But most of my family eats healthy now because of the things that we all fix.
Well, that's pretty cool. So that's a non-scale victory. So even though you ate, maybe that wasn't perfectly on your plan, the fact that you only ate a bite or whatever that's a huge non-scale.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was right back. Oh, yeah, I did have that little, like 1/16 or maybe 1/32 of a key lime pie. But then I kept thinking, well, gee, I know what kind Weight Watchers is too, or healthier kind to make next time. If that's what becomes a problem, I will find a healthy recipe.
Right, there's always
that will be satisfactory. They're out there. And that's what my goal is at the end of all this too, is to go there's never a final step, but my completion is going to be knowing what the right things to eat are all the time and not have to think about it. And that's what I'm working on this challenge this time.
And it does take time.
I know what the program does.
Right.
So that's the gimme. I already know what that is. I've been successful at it. I'm going to go back to where was it take time, and I'm going to know what's glycemic and what isn't, and what's good for me and what isn't, and have it ingrained. That's the goal.
It's a journey. It's a journey. And following on that small bite, we talk about this about the holidays. You know, we work a lot with our clients, you know, maneuvering the holidays when we're faced with a lot of challenges. And there's Dr. Anderson had shared a study one time that there's actually a study that supports that 3 bites of something really satisfies the palate and the desire and the craving for something. So that if you have a desire for something sweet or a desire for something salty or whatever, that's not in line with your goals, just 3 bites of it usually takes care of it, you know, so we don't have to eat the whole piece of cake or whatever. And that's what I love about those new, like, little shot glass dessert things you can get at restaurants. It really supports that. It's just a bite. So that's very cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because it gets it. If you just taste it, if you don't gulp it down and don't lose that focus, just really taste it. Say, oh, this is good.
Yeah, they say after the 3rd bite, you don't even taste it anymore. So anyway, how about you, Kelly?
That's a hand-to-mouth problem.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to move on, Marcy. Kelly, how about you? You're new on the weight loss program. What are you experiencing?
Well, I really relate to what you were saying about using the holidays as an excuse to eat poorly. I used to do that a lot. And then yesterday was Mother's Day, and my husband decided to buy me a healthy gift that I could share with my kids, and he bought me a kayak. So we went out kayaking all day and didn't even think about it.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Did you guys hear that? So we got our kayak.
What fun.
What fun. Cool. That's good. Deanna, how about you? It doesn't have to be this weekend, but what kind of change have you seen in yourself?
Well, I mean, it's hard to remember what happened last week, but yesterday I drank so much water, I wasn't hungry. I actually had to remind myself to eat.
Very cool.
Because it was so hot. It was just easy to down the water, and I stopped counting after 10 glasses. So, but I wasn't hungry.
Yeah. And that's probably huge. I mean, prior to when
I just wish every day was like that.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool.
Hmm?
So prior to Take Shape for Life, did you drink that much water consistently?
I did, only because when I was pregnant with the girls, the doctor told me I had to drink a lot of water. But so I'd always had water, but I don't know if I drank half my body weight in water, ounces. So, but I like water. I've always walked around with it.
Yeah. Hey, Mary Beth.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you share with me what we talked about before about what you did over the weekend and all you were able to accomplish. I think that was a good non-scale victory.
Oh, yeah. I had a crazy busy weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. I've got a lot of property to upkeep, and Saturday I spent 4 hours on my mowing tractor and did some weeding and did some planting of some flowers. And then yesterday I was on the tractor for another 2.5 hours and more plants and more weeds, and came in and cleaned in the house. I mean, I was like a crazy woman. I didn't have any of my family around for Mother's Day, so I think some of it was I just wanted to keep busy and not think about it too much. But to know that I'm on this program, eating so much less as far as calorie and amount goes, the energy that I had was amazing.
I'm on a
and
conference call with my team.
Thrilled about that.
Mom's in the bedroom.
That's great. That's great. Don, we're talking about non-scale victories. So things you've seen, whether it's wearing smaller pants or changes you've seen in yourself other than what's the number on the scale.
Non-scale victories. The biggest thing.
Oh. Yeah, go ahead, Mary Beth.
Oh, I was just going to say, one other quick thing. For my birthday, right the week before I started the program, I was given this gorgeous box of Godiva chocolates, a huge box. It was probably, I don't know, maybe it was 2 pounds worth. And I just didn't know what to do with it. It was too pretty and too high value to throw away. So I just kind of hung on to it and set it on my table because it was pretty to look at the box. And then I found out a good friend that was graduating from college, and they were coming out for a quick visit. I said, aha, that's what I'm giving her.
That's great.
But out of my house, and she's a young 20-something one, so not to hurt her.
That's great. You got it.
Got rid of that chocolate.
Excellent. That's a good one. All right, we're going to move on back to Don.
Hi. Hello to everybody. This past week has been a bit, I've gone a little off plan. I had a friend visit, but it was great for stress release. And, but non-scale victories for me, I am wearing clothes. I've lost 6 inches smaller pants. I'm wearing shirts. I'm wearing back down to 2X shirts. I've had to buy all new belts because my belts don't fit anymore. Doggone it. What else? It's easier to get in and out of the car. I can stand up. Before I could only stand up for about 15 or 20 minutes before I had to sit down due to back and leg pain. But now I can stand up for extended periods of time without having to use a cane. So for me, the non-scale victories just keep building on each other. So I guess right now I'm experiencing, I'm becoming more pain-free. So for me, that's a big plus for me because pain aggravates some other issues that I have. So fitting into old clothes and having less physical pain are big non-scale victories for me.
That's awesome. Because that's the thing, the number on the scale is one thing, but it's the improvement in our health that makes the difference. And what you don't know right now is all the other changes that are going on inside of you, what you might be preventing, or if you've ever had any issues with blood pressure or diabetes or whatever, that's all improving. So that's good stuff. Good stuff. Tim, we started the challenge with us last week. So that started last week. You officially started the Take Shape for Life weight loss program today. What kind of changes or non-scale victories, what healthy things are you doing?
Well, it kind of started last week in preparation, realizing that I'd be getting my package that came over the weekend. Started drinking a lot of water. I noticed I guess prior to starting this, I just didn't drink enough water during the day. I might have had 2 or 3 glasses thinking that was good enough. So that's a significant difference. And then that really cuts down on the appetite and the cravings. That's a big deal. So in preparation for that last week, I kind of started that routine. I ate a little less, so I found my portion sizes were going down. And then today was the first day for the plan. And I haven't had any cravings. I'm really surprised. I'm really not all that hungry. The dinner portions I had tonight were, as part of the 5-in-1 plan, were excellent. And I'll just be waiting for my snack for bed, and I'll be all set. So I'm really starting out excited.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I hope you took the time to take a before picture of yourself, because you're going to want that down the road to be able to have a visual picture of it too.
Absolutely.
Thanks for sharing that. I think we have one more person. Janice, I'm glad you were able to make it on with us. Can you maybe share non-scale victory?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing, I wore a blouse to work yesterday that I hadn't worn in 2 years, so that felt great. And knowing that I could do that again, and like Dawn said, getting in some older clothes that I've kept around. And that's great. Another thing I did was I bought a glycemic index book that tells you the glycemic index levels of food, and really a good one with everything in it that you ever need to know, and you can pop it right in your purse and no excuse not to have it with you. And the other thing I'm doing or going to do, we're going to go Sunday to a place here in Denver, Colorado, called White Fence Farms, and it's as good as it sounds. An old farmhouse, and their specialty, of course, is fried chicken, and they serve it family style, and along with the hush puppies and everything else that goes with it. But I did look up the menu last night and found out that I can have the broiled fish and a salad that goes with it. So we'll have that instead of the fried chicken and all that, but still be able to go and enjoy it with your family. So
I love that.
Little changes like that.
Those are big changes. That's huge. And the fact that you've prepared a week in advance, looked at the menu, you know what you're going to get, you're setting yourself up for success. And that is just such a part of that. So that's awesome. Congrats.
So that's about it. Just plugging along. We dug out from a snowstorm, and I spent for a couple hours doing that yesterday. So, and now it's all melted. So thank goodness. Welcome to Colorado. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good stuff. I'm hoping you're finding this valuable. So much of our program is healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. But the healthy mind, just the way we look at ourselves, that we celebrate what's going well. We don't beat ourselves up when, something's not perfectly according to plan. So it sounds like you guys are definitely in that rhythm, which is so good. All right. Well, I guess I'll see you guys on the team wall. It's going to go fast, so stay on track. And any questions, I am always here. You can reach out to me individually, and I'm always happy to help you. Have a great night, you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Right.
Bye.
Hey. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.